super excited to have you. Lee!
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of the Slick and Shug podcast.
Yes, man, where we share our thoughts, ideologies, and our experiences in order to help you, the viewer, navigate through life, right? So now, guest that we have here today. You've seen the grind, you've seen the glow, but now it's time to hear the story behind the strength. This week, we're bringing the heat straight out of Houston, Texas. She's a proud graduate of the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, majored in arts and criminal justice, and minored in interpreting for the deaf and blind. She's built differently, let that be known. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, a true CrossFit queen, a fitness junkie with discipline and demands respect and presence that commands the room. Whether she's crushing PRs in the gym or dropping gems on balance, wellness, and consistency, she lives by one mantra: earn it daily. Ladies and gentlemen, Leesky.
Wow, that was so kind. That was so kind.
Hold on, baby. Come on, baby. I told you I got you. This has been long overdue, y'all. I'm telling you, since
A
like
year
a year now, literally. Literally a year.
Yeah, because your birthday.
Summertime. Yeah, literally a year. I told her last year we was in St. Louis. We was both having some drinks. She don't really drink like that. She's super dedicated, super disciplined. But I'm like, it's my birthday.
So I made
you gonna drink.
I did.
And now, in honor of my birthday, you gonna take a shot with me again. That's our girl.
Okay.
That's my girl. Hey, I'm peer pressure. I don't care. I'm doing it. I don't care.
Listen, I don't drink for 99% of the population, but I will have drink for you.
Come on.
Yeah.
And I love it, right? AKA my work wife. Come on. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Not work wife.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Probably the only person that Shug has ever been like, you know what?
that's my
That could be your work wife. I trust her. I like her.
I approve.
Exactly.
Right.
And then when I met, I stole her. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Anytime you ever call him on the phone, but is that our wife? Is that
Right.
Yeah.
Is that our wife on the phone? Yeah, that's another.
Y'all really checked on each other. People were just like, how's Shug?
Yeah.
And then when he was like, how's Lee?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all mad because of me. Where am I at in this?
What I need you anyway?
Like, what's going on?
It's over here.
Beautiful toast, man. 100% agave tequila. It's pure, which makes me think of our relationship. This journey that we three have been on, personally and spiritually, any way that we've been trying to grow, especially in the gym. You've been motivating us. You don't know it, but you've been motivating us. Your content we really enjoy. But yeah, keep going, stay focused, and I'm proud of you both. Here's to discipline.
The whole bottle.
I'm not alcoholic.
That was great.
We didn't feel like getting it. I told you, 100% agave, no additives. I'm not sponsoring this. I don't know. This is not a sponsor.
Right.
I'm just like 100% agave.
No, that was
That's
like
actually the
that was
healthiest
like the
thing.
best tequila I don't
Since
know.
we're talking about fitness, that's actually the healthiest drink that you could take. Google it.
Actually,
Healthiest drink you could take is a shot of tequila.
in like Hispanic culture, a lot of times if you start to get a cold, they keep like 100% agave tequila in their freezers, and they will tell you to take a shot,
Yeah.
and it'll help. Just one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah. But no, I literally, they did like the focals, and under the microscope, they put a bunch of bacteria, right? And then they put just a drop of tequila on it. They instantly, at the second that they touch, they all just
Dang.
die. So you can't tell me, like,
So
you
we
know what I
gotta
mean?
keep
Now,
some
don't
around.
abuse it, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, no,
yeah,
tequila.
one shot. Yeah, absolutely.
One shot.
It's a thing that they do in Mexico, like 100%. Yeah.
No, legit. So, number one, first question I have is just, I guess we could just go into how you became a work wife, our relationship, y'all's relationship, just how this thing came about.
Yeah. I think that literally, so we started at the same company at the same time, and we trained together. And there was always like a little bit of banter between the two of us, and in a good way, which I loved. And then we got our first work deployment together, and showed up, and like no hesitation, you were like, hey, when you get here, let me know. You grabbed my bags, you helped me put all my stuff in my room, just very sweet, very like, hey man, let's hang out, let's go. And then we just started hanging out, me, you, and Michaela.
Yeah.
We just started kind of like driving around. And so while they were looking for like a ladder or something, someone went into like a Home Depot, and you just started asking me like some like deep questions,
Yeah.
which I love. Like don't get me wrong, I can, surface level with anybody. It's my job. But there's something special about somebody who immediately was like, so tell me about your like relationship with God. Tell me about what you believe in. Tell me about like who you are as a person. And then, like I'm gay. So like you asked me some questions. Like I genuinely have never been able to ask anybody these questions. Would you be offended? I was like, man, I'm not easily offended.
Yeah.
Ask me whatever. Cause the thing is I could tell you were genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every question wasn't like, so tell me, it wasn't like that. It was like, no, so like tell me, like what does this mean? And then I told you the term gayborhood. You're like, am I allowed to use that? Or is that like, is that a bad word? I'm like, no, gayborhood's fine. Like, cause I told, yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. Cause I told you I lived in the gayborhood.
I'm pushing the envelope a little too hard. Wait a minute now. What's a gayborhood?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a gay neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Like pretty much every big city has like a neighborhood that is the gayborhood, where like the gay.
Typically, the when you walk into it or drive into it, the street's colored in the rainbow.
Yeah, it's literally it has a rainbow crosswalk at least. Yeah. So I was telling you, I lived in the gayborhood in Houston, and you were like, hold on, like, am I allowed to say that? Like, if I were to say this to someone else and say gayborhood, would I be offensive? And I was like, no. And that was another thing that really showed me your heart. You're like, I don't want to, like, I genuinely want to know, and I genuinely want to like be on the right side of this.
Sure.
Yeah, and that was like the beginning of a beautiful friendship that just blossomed. And I was telling Shay, my girlfriend, I was telling her, we got on the phone the other day and we were talking about work or something, and out of nowhere you're like, what does love mean to you? And I was like, that's why I love Nick. Because we could be talking about work, shooting the shit, doing whatever, and all of a sudden you'd be like, me and Sugar having this conversation, and this was what we had, and like, tell me what you think about it. Like you genuinely wanted my opinion about it. Which just turned into like 2-hour conversation about what love means and what what it is, and it's just beautiful. Like I love that. I love how deep our friendship is. There's not a shallow part of it. I feel like I could dive like face first into any part of our friendship, and I would be totally fine.
That's real.
Yeah.
I forgot that story.
Yeah.
I sort of got
it. Like out of nowhere, you were just like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And
I think what overshadowed that story is the story with the house. If you don't mind sharing, I'm gonna share it briefly. Like, I'm gonna scope over it.
Yeah.
But the situation with like Lee wasn't really, something was really bothering her, and I just felt it in her spirit. Cause Lee is bubbly, super. At least with me, when she standoffish, you gonna know that she's just like me. When she ain't too fond of you, you gonna know she.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it was just a situation where she walked in a conference room, and I know stress. I know what stress looked like. It wasn't work looking stress though. It was like something beyond this. You was like, I saw right through you. Nothing was. You didn't see color that day. Nothing bothered you. Like nothing had like it was something deep in you. And so I just remember like, hey, Lee, and he was like, I'm like, nah. That ain't how we greet each other.
Yeah,
really
we're big. We put our arms open. We have like the.
She don't hug nobody.
Yeah.
She's super this with
everybody. Yeah.
I'm like, man, you a woman. Come here. I don't care. You can dress masculine. Come here, right? This is what you need. So like, I just saw like you needed some type of love, and some just told me you didn't never share the situation. Mark my words. She never told me the situation. Yeah. I said, Lee, come here. I gave you a hug, and then I said, man, I don't know what's going on right now. I just started shooting it to you. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but you bigger than that. It's gonna come to pass. That next day, we come in the conference room, and your mom had called you and said, hey, Zach's situation that we was talking, that you finally discussed afterwards. Yeah. And you was like, you don't know what that did for me. Crying. We in the crying. We're working.
I'm not a crier either. Like I don't cry.
I've never seen her cry. She's stone cold. Always going to the gym 4:30 in the morning every day. Eat nails for breakfast. That type of thing. So now we in the middle of the conference room. Nobody there but us. In our mind, this is a full conference.
Everybody was in there.
Everybody was in there. So now we just literally. I'm like, man, I got it. You got it. I promise. I don't care what you're going through. You bigger than that. This is a storm. Storms pass. They supposed to shake stuff up, and it's beautiful. Gonna grow right after it. Next thing you know, Lee is crying in this middle of this, and I'm just hugging her. She never squeezed me that tight, and I was just hugging her. I'm like, you gonna be all right. And then she called me that day. Called me the next day. Said, meet me in the conference room. Came down. Or however it happened, and I just remember you explaining it to me, crying while you're trying to tell me. Yeah. Couldn't even get the word, but it was tears of joy versus that last 24 hours. It was like tears of sorrow, like this is so much agony or whatever was happening. Yeah. And so I can never forget that moment because I'm like, wow.
Well, you were in the conference room with the boys, and my mom called, and my brother called, and I got up and I went outside and I was pacing back and forth, and I could see that you were uneasy about my pace because I was pacing. Yeah. And so my brother called and he's like telling me this, that, and whatever, and I was like, okay, all right. So like there's like a lot of like family financial trauma
Right,
in my
right.
family,
Yeah.
right? A lot of stuff that's just like not been great, and I've not had the best like experience with some of the stuff like that. But
Welcome.
yeah,
Yeah, welcome.
yeah. So my brother calls and he's like, "Hey, my dad had just died the year before."
Yeah.
And so my mom decided that she was actually going to give us what my dad told us he wanted to give us. I mean, it's her stuff. She was the spouse. She can take whatever, do whatever.
Right.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to give you that property. It's yours." And I was like,
Give.
Give as a gift, because I thought she was going to make me pay for it.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be like, "Hey," because she kept telling me people are offering me. My dad bought it for like $5,000, and she kept saying people are offering me like $50,000, $55,000, blah blah. But I didn't want her to sell it because it's my dad's legacy,
Right.
and I love him and I want to keep that. And I'm pacing back and forth out there with my brother, and finally he's like, "Yeah, anyways, so it's ours. You're gonna get half. I'm gonna get half, and we're gonna be able to own houses."
I love that.
Meanwhile, she was telling me like,
Yeah.
I really don't really have a home. I just kind of go there. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I've been living out of hotel rooms like for the last, I don't know, since 2016.
Yeah.
So.
Dang.
So yeah.
powerful, though.
So then I came back in and I was like, "I'm not going to explain it to you first. I need you to hug me." And then you hugged me and I started to cry and I was like, "You don't know it, but what you said yesterday, I feel like you spoke it into existence. Like this would have never happened. My brother would have never called me. Like him and I, like we talk on the phone, but it's only ever if it's something terrible. Like when he called, that's why I was like, "Oh no, he called." And then also my mother would never just give me basically $50,000, like ever. She's taking $50,000 from me. But should give it? No, I don't know. Yeah. So I was like, this is like, you just, because you say it all the time, you're like, I just speak it into existence and it happens. And you did that. You spoke that over me, and then and then literally it was like 24 hours. And it happened, and it was like, wow, that's powerful. Yeah.
But I always ask, that's my daily prayer, Lee, for real. And I meet people wherever they at. I don't care. You don't got to walk across and be walked on water. Right? You don't got to be that far in your faith. Just meet me where I'm at. I'm coming where you are, meet me where I'm at. I just wanted you to have faith, if nothing else. Just faith. Because if you start to believe, like, oh, it's going to rain every day in my life, nothing's going to... I just want to be a pillar of belief for you. Yeah. Like, I know what I believe, but I want to believe for you. If you can't believe right now, hey, lean on me.
Just wait till I tell you how things have been going in my life after you spoke all that wonderful things over me. Things have been going really good.
Let's go. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could share their stories.
Yeah, absolutely. So remember, I think I told you I took the job that we both had because like financial freedom was more important to me at the time than kind of like anything else that was going on. Like if people didn't want to be in my life because I was traveling, it is what it is. Like I have to do what's right for me for the first time in my life. Like put me first. Yeah. And you were like, hey, like we didn't really talk about numbers or anything like that, but I was like, I have done a lot for a lot of people and I've had a lot of bad happen all back to back to back and I'm in a lot of debt. Yeah. And I was just like, I really need to do this, and I'm like really, and I was still like when we were in that deployment, I was still struggling because I had like all these kind of things going on at the same time. But the number's like close to 100K, and in a bad way. Yeah. Guess where I'm at right now?
Where?
4,000. You spoke that over me. You spoke that over me.
Dang,
I believe that with my whole heart.
Dang, Lee. Lee, I'm finna get emotional.
I'm gonna get it.
You don't have to. But I don't play like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna take one.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lee, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Dang.
It wasn't quite that triple digit number, but it was damn near close.
Yeah.
And that was like knee surgery, getting laid off, dad dying, bad relationship, all that kind of stuff back to back to back, and it just kept happening over and over. And I was like, man, remember I told you I just wish I could catch a break. Yeah. And you reframed my mindset. And honestly, like you and like my therapist, because everyone needs therapy, because
mental health
or exactly. Yeah. And I was just like you were like, let's reframe that. Yeah. Like let's reframe, like you said, like something that you don't realize is like this traveling, this job, meeting these people you've met, like this is the break you've been asking for. And I was like, you are right, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot because like if I hadn't taken that job and met you and like all of the people who left out of my life because I was traveling, all of those people, I look back and I go, why were they in my life to begin with?
The storm got to clear out.
Yeah.
The storm clears.
You have to let go of your old life to have a new one.
Come on, come on.
Yeah.
For real.
Exactly.
Yeah, the storm. We sometimes we really don't like storms.
Yeah.
But storms clean everything out. I don't care if it's a flood. If stuff needs to be broken down.
Yeah.
It needs to be something new brewed. Man, I'm telling you, Riley, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But again, information is passed. I'm talking about from the smallest thing in the world, which is a cell. Cell passes on information to other cells. So why don't we take that from our own body, what our body is telling us to do? Pass information.
Yeah.
Again, I just want to be a light to anybody. That's my daily prayer. You can ask you,
Yeah.
Lord, allow me to be impactful wherever I go.
Absolutely.
I didn't put that on this hoodie by accident.
Yeah.
I want to be impactful.
Yeah.
I want to impact a one of a kind type of way. Where do I want to impact the world?
Exactly.
Globally. I want to have a global impact.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
I was wearing that exact jacket in Oklahoma, and somebody stopped me. Somebody stopped me. I swear, they stopped me. They're like, "I love that." They're like, "That's so good." And like, you know, Shay's a Christian, so we go to like, there's like a cute little Christian coffee shop that like helps people and stuff like that. So, I'm sure it was somebody who was just like, "That's a word." You know what I mean? And they're like, "I love that. That's so good." I was like, anyways, here's their Instagram.
Oh, you did even get one too.
Yeah, I was like, you can order it right now.
But no, like I ain't never went to you like, oh, let's be baptized today.
Yeah.
Like, meet people where they at. That's
Yeah.
my whole thing. That's another thing, man. You never know one who watching. You never know. Imagine if I'd have met you and I'd have pissed you off.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Number two, imagine if I'd have gained your trust and I'd have lost it because I talked behind your back to another coworker or something.
Yeah.
Or imagine if I, like, you know, it's just so many layers to that. But just being genuine with somebody, I don't know how I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
It's only two reasons somebody gonna come into your life. You gonna help them or they gonna help you. It's just been mutual.
Yeah.
That's the ones that last
Absolutely.
a long time.
I told you, my therapist made me make a list of people in my life who were stressors, people in my life who were like, you know, in my life, and then people who were impactful. And that the impactful list was really small. And you said, Leah, I need to know, am I on that list? And I said, absolutely, you're on my impactful list.
Man.
And the list is very small. It's like 5 people, 6 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't know, bro. Be a light, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what you mean to somebody, bro. Just be a light, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Lee, you're not gonna make me cry on this podcast. I'm gonna kick your ass, man. Don't start there with the waterworks, man.
I know. I've been missing you. I've been missing you. I gotta tell you how much I love you when I get to see you in person.
Nah, for
I mean, I
real.
tell you over the phone, but it's not the same to get to like see you.
Yeah,
And,
nah, for real.
Yeah.
This for one, bro. I'll tell y'all think we joking, but for a year, we literally damn near every weekend has been like, but we gotta do this pod.
Yeah.
That's when
We gotta
come
meet
do
up.
this
Yeah.
pod.
And
he was just saying off camera, he was like, I hate it every time we have a good conversation. Like, somebody should have been recording.
yeah, man. I gotta start.
For
You
real.
can get an app on your phone that records all your conversations and stuff like that. I was like, anytime you
Might
can,
just need to-
just like every time Nick calls, like, all right, it just starts to record.
You just change the editing in the app, like only start recording when this comes.
When this number calls.
finna go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But bro, I'm so.
All right, I just wanted to let y'all know, it's a little disclaimer. I'm not gonna be saying much on this podcast because I'm enjoying it just as much as y'all are. So y'all might hear me ask a couple questions, but yeah, they got the ball. I'm a spectator right now.
I feel like you're in the box.
Yeah. So excuse me. It's still the Slick and Shug podcast. Shug is really invested. I'm over here trying not to get emotional. I got my hat low. I'm turning away from the camera like.
I keep being like, they think I'm scratching my eye, right? That's what they think I'm doing. I'm just scratching.
I just had to put that out there, y'all.
Stop it real quick. I know I was gonna let it flow, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta bring it back up. Like, that's why I crack my jokes when I get to
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Bro, I really care for Lee, man. Real talk. I really care for you, and I really appreciate you. This is a very mutual relationship with friendship. It's
Absolutely.
Very mutual.
Absolutely.
Next question before.
Yeah.
Next question. Moving forward.
Okay, so if y'all don't know Lee, if you follow her on Instagram, she is in the gym constantly. She is. What time do you be getting up? Like 4?
Yeah.
She's not even a 5 a.m. gym girl. She's 4. So, and I strive to. I'll get there one day. I'm gonna keep watching your videos to inspire me. Until then, but for right now, I'm loving it. But
don't stop posting it either.
Yeah, don't stop posting. Constantly. And then she posts the workouts too. So she like, even if you ain't getting up at 4, you can still do these workouts.
Just in case anybody. And then I put my time in there so something to look at. See if you can. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about going to those gyms is I don't even know it, but I'll go to that super early morning class, which is like, the class that nobody really wants to go to. It's usually like 4 or 5 people in there, usually, like high business people who aren't really like there to like crack down.
Yeah.
And then I went to an afternoon class the day I had off, and the guy was like, every time I come in, I come check your score because I want to be there. Like I'm coming for you. And everyone was like giving him a hard time. They're like, do you ever catch her though? And he was like, no, but maybe one day. I was like, thank you.
Bruh, I'd be so mad because I like knock on her door at 7 and she already in the bed. She come through the door like, yeah, what up, Slick? What? You sound like...
He's like, we're going out. I'm like, I'm already in bed.
Yeah, she got to be up in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
4 a.m. comes fast. And then she's at the class at 4.
No.
Yeah. Not getting
there.
up.
No. She's there.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to correct you. Was like, yeah, she gets up at... No.
Yeah.
She gets to the gym
Yeah.
at 4. She beats the person that unlocked the door.
I do.
She sent me multiple pictures. Like,
he's running late.
He's running late today.
Like this guy. How dare he?
Yeah. I'm like, man, I got to get time.
Your gym. Open it up. Should I get the key?
Listen, if you want to give it to me, I'd open for him. Okay.
So what does it mean for you to be strong like outside of the gym?
Yeah. I think something that I realized about the gym is that it is a big part of my mental health. I think that especially like I've had some in the last couple of years had some really, really, really big setbacks that felt like really big setbacks, but really were just kind of like lessons, like so my dad passed and I really was like using the gym as like a place to just like dump all of my emotions into and try and feel better. And then about, I don't know, maybe 8 months after my dad died, I blew my knee out. And realizing that fitness and the gym were like my entire identity and is like where all my friends are and like where my mental health is and where, like it was everything to me, that was like a really big eye-opener for me because I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And I think that what I found was that that community to me isn't just me going out and running around and like crossfitting and playing soccer and like my body literally told me I can't do this anymore. You have to let your mental health heal. And I believe that with my whole heart. Like I was working out 6 days a week and I was playing soccer 2 days a week. And so I had like no days off.
For sure.
Some days I was doing 2. Like I would stay, so I go to bed super early, so I would stay out because those soccer games are as early as 8 p.m. but as late as like 10. So I'd stay out till midnight and then get up for that 4 a.m. CrossFit class. Yeah. And then I would work, 8 to 12 hours depending on, what I was doing. And my body finally was like, you have to let your mind heal. And it just, like I've never, before my knee injury, I've never had anything that bad happen. So I blew my knee out and then I spent a lot of time realizing like who the people in my life were who were like genuine and there for me, and they weren't just like these people who wanted something, but they were gonna, because I like I'm someone who pours into people. You are too. And so what happens is sometimes I feel like in my past life I have poured into people who never pour back. And in the last couple of years what I've realized is that like it's okay to pour into people who aren't going to pour back to you, but you do need those people who pour back into you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so I think a big part of my mental health was 1, therapy. Everyone should go to therapy. And 2, realizing that, like, people can be seasons. They're not, sometimes some people aren't, like, full lifelong friendships. You have to realize
season,
like what
reason or a lifetime.
Yep. And you have to hopefully be able to realize like what type of person that person is when they come into your life. And that's like, that was a big game changer for me because when I blew my knee out, I realized like I had my girlfriend at the time wouldn't take me, like she was too busy to take me to like hospital visits and stuff. And like to take me to like do things I needed. One time I needed some medication and she didn't come home for like 8 hours, and I was just like rotting.
Yeah.
Basically, because I couldn't move my whole entire it's my leg.
Yeah.
I couldn't get up, couldn't really anything.
Right,
You know what I mean? And then I had a friend who literally was like, "I'll take you to the doctor. Oh, you need this? I'll come bring it to you. Oh, this is what's happening. Oh, I got you." And then like the person I was dating at the time, I wasn't welcome in their family's home for the holidays.
Right.
And so I was alone with my knee blown out on Christmas Day. And my friend the same friend who was like, "I'll take you to the hospital," she called me and she was like, "You're not going to be alone on Christmas. I'm going to come get you. You can spend it with my family."
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah. So like I didn't realize that, like, I mean, I loved that friend with my whole heart, but I didn't realize that, like, that was who that person was to me. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'd never, like, given the chance, you know what I mean? Because I was like, oh, no, I have this and I have that and blah, blah, and, like, I'm fine. But, like, letting people love you is...
Hey,
yeah.
That's another thing. A lot of people don't know how to let people love them.
Yep.
No, seriously.
I was one of those people for sure.
And it's like, it's cool. Like, sometimes you got to break lanes. And I think I'm really good at that. That's something that God has blessed me with. It's kind of like the break and peel back layers of people. Like, Shug is not the person that I met. Way better version now. Way, like, super not finna, hey, how you doing? Not super,
small
you know
talk.
what
Now
I mean?
I'm like,
Very evasive of small talk. Can't
Yeah.
stand it. That shit is annoying to her.
Yeah.
Like, she hated it. Like, but growing now, just peeling layers. Finally, like, hey,
I'm
discover
speaking
yourself.
first, yeah.
Yeah. Now she'll pour up into me. Wake up in the morning, hey, baby, you're gonna have a great day today. Nigga, who are you? Nigga, where did that come from? You know, that's my line.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, like reading pages out of her diary kind of helped me heal.
Yeah.
Her doing the same helps me heal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been seeing your diary too, and you've been kind of bruh, you heavy, bruh. That's 3 of them. Right? That's 3 of them. You heavy though. I love the way that you, like, exude such a, like, peacefulness with the gym. Whereas typically, and I know you be heavy metal, but it's like, it's really a safe haven for you. And it looks so comfortable and refreshing for you.
I think that's something I tell the people a lot is they're like, I have to go to the gym, or haha, blah, blah, I have to do this, or I have to do that. And you get to.
Yeah.
You get to. You're able-bodied.
Yeah.
You're able-minded.
Yeah.
You have everything, like the thing that you're complaining about, somebody wishes they could do.
Yeah.
You can't, like...
All right, y'all. It's been a great episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been me.
Look, everyone.
I guess it's on.
Lee, that's a bombshell for real.
Yeah.
That's a heavy one. Real talk. A lot of people underappreciate that. Like, you got to look at the activities of your limbs. That's so valuable. Everybody don't
You
got
woke
10
up.
fingers.
Yeah.
You woke up, bro. You're breathing.
Yeah.
That's underrated. That's an underrated privilege. You can see.
Yeah.
Even if you got to put contacts on, somebody wish they could see.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? All your toes. You
That was a
straight.
big when I blew my knee out. I was like, I can't imagine being like this, like, all the time. Like, I get to do those things.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful that I'm so, like, able-bodied and able-minded and all of these, like, things that didn't have to come together. I could have been literally anybody on this planet. I could have been born in another country. I could have been born in another body. I could have been born in anywhere. Yeah. And I'm so just, like, grateful and honored that I get to be who I am and get to go to the gym, get to move my body in a way that honors my mental health and myself.
Yeah. So next question is on me, and I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, Lee. So if we need to get the tissue, let me know. But has there ever been a time where you felt like quitting on yourself, and what pulled you out of that place?
Yes.
The deep breath.
Got it. Let go.
Yeah. You know what's kind of crazy is I've had a lot of times in my life where like things got tough, and you know, like I thought to myself, like, this is really hard and I don't want to do this. But I think as far as like fitness, and like stopping a fitness journey, so right after I graduated from Euler, stopped playing soccer, I kind of just was like, I'm so grateful I don't have to do that anymore. I was like, it was a bitter taste in my mouth when I left.
Yeah.
I was frustrated. I had a bunch of friends. I had an opportunity to go play semi-pro somewhere, but with my financial insecurity, I couldn't.
Yeah.
And so I had a bunch of friends who I felt weren't as skilled as me, and had bigger opportunities because mommy and daddy were going to pay for things, which is a blessing for them. And I love that. And I have a lot of friends who got to like really live their dreams out. And but if I'm being like brutally honest, I had a bitter taste in my mouth for a while. And I kind of was like, well, if fitness doesn't love me, then I don't love fitness. And I just stopped. I just stopped. Yeah. And I wasn't about it. And what I found was I don't like myself as much. And it impacted my mental health. And so I think that like that was a really big moment for me. It was like I had to sit down with myself, and I have like journals on journals on journals of like. I noticed that. Yeah, I write and I write and I write and I write and I write.
Which is very healthy. Mm-hmm. Right, you need a journal.
And a journal. My therapist really wants me to write a book, so.
Hey,
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Wait a minute.
He put it out there.
You know I'm finna put it out there. Thank you so much. Congratulations on writing that book.
Right.
It's done. Thank you so much, Lee.
It's already happened.
For giving me my copy of the book that you wrote successfully.
Yes.
#1 New York Times bestseller.
June 15th, 2025.
2025.
It has it's marked. Yeah.
It's already done. Go ahead. Congrats on the book, by the way.
Right.
Thank you. It's going to be beautiful.
All right.
But yeah, I have like books on books on books of just me writing, and I started to just kind of like write about like how I was feeling, like just really like letting like the ugly parts of me come out. Like I can't believe that I wasn't awarded this opportunity. It's not because I'm not good enough. It's because I didn't have X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Because somebody wasn't supporting me to do this, right? And then the more I wrote about it, the more I was like, God, if I sat down with somebody who was talking like that, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. No. Okay. What you need to do is think about this, this, and this. And you need to think about how you can do that. And you were awarded these other opportunities. You're able-bodied. You have a job. You have people who love you. And I would absolutely like, that's how I am with my friends, is I reframe their minds. I'm like, no. Like kind of similar to like how you reframe my brain about a lot of stuff, is like I can find myself giving myself like bad talk in my own head. Yeah. So by writing it down, it helped. It really did. And then I started to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna join like a little local like soccer team. So I joined a soccer team. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm gonna go do like some climbing. I'm gonna do like a climbing gym. I wanted to like find my love for fitness again. Damn. So I kind of like
cross therapy.
Exactly.
We got the name
Yeah.
Cross therapy.
So I tried climbing and soccer and hiking and that's actually how I found CrossFit. I was literally just we had moved back to Houston because my dad got sick. And so I moved back from Colorado to Houston, and I literally just found the first gym that was closest to my house that looked like it was some kind of, like gym fitness thing. I didn't know what CrossFit was. I didn't know what kind of whatever, but I had a bunch of friends who was like, oh, Lee, you'd love this. Like, you got to do it. It's right up your alley. Eventually, you kind of have to listen to your friends, the ones who like love you and know you. So, all right, I'll try it. I had booked like 5 other gyms in the area that week for like free trials or whatever. I walked in that CrossFit gym and I didn't go to the other 4. And I just kind of found my love for fitness again because of the community that the owner of that gym is the girl who took me to the hospital, the one who invited me to her house on Christmas to be with her family. Like, she's just a really good person, and I could feel that from her. She cared not just about people, coming to her gym and like doing whatever. Like, she genuinely cares about her community and her people and people's like fitness and like physical health. Like she feels like that's her gift to the world is community and like fitness and health.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. Shout out. Grace Lynn, CrossFit Central Houston.
Shout out to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And she's also like something that like me, I'm not easily offended, and I don't take anything really, like I have some friends who, if they had, so I'll just say she will work out to like worship music. She's like very, very religious, very Christian, but in the best ways. You know what I mean? Like all the ways that I love and support you guys about being religious, although I am not. But I walked into her gym one day and like during open gym, and she was playing worship music, and I walked in and I was kind of like a little like, I mean, it's your gym, you do what you want. But there was such a peace with her. There was such she's like, this isn't like, oh, I need to lift, blah, blah, blah. She's like, this is the time, like, I'm worshiping right now. And, like, her fitness and her like, connecting with her body and being healthy, that was her worship. That was her worship time.
Yeah.
And literally was listening to worship music, and I just thought that was beautiful.
That's exercising your mind, body, and your soul.
In your soul, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's tough. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Instead, I kind of be emotional when I'm in the gym.
Yeah.
I got this love-hate thing.
Yeah.
I can't walk in the gym. If I smell the rubber and the treadmill, we're going to get it in.
Yeah.
So, but it's peaceful for me. I found the peace. I used to think that I had to bump Future. You know, nigga, move that.
Yeah.
I just thought it had to be
Yeah.
ground pound until I, like, got in the league. And it's like we used to just map out. It's like you're not really here to gain anything. It's just you here to exist, and it's the love. Hey, it's love between you and this weight, and it's working on your body, and you every day putting your body through pain until they don't feel that pain no more. You go to another level. So it's all I saw was love. Love is painful. So that's what I was doing. I'm bumping R&B.
Yeah.
Looking around, yeah. What? L-O-V-E-E. So that I started to find like that peace, but I ain't had that always. Though. Yeah, I ain't had it always. You think when you look at it, even like somebody who don't work out, they probably look on the outside like, oh, okay, like they thinking that you really did it, because that's what it looked like. Your workout, especially with this CrossFit. Leah throw a ball down, run, come back, do 16 jumping jacks, come back, you gotta hop over something. I'm like, that ain't for me.
Yeah.
That's for you. Shout out to Lito. That ain't for me.
Yeah.
That ain't for me. So I'm just weights, treadmill.
Yeah.
Weights.
Meanwhile,
treadmill.
I'm bumping Young Dolph. I got Mexican OT. I need all that because I ain't even want to come. I'm like, I need something.
You say you still ain't found that peak.
Yeah, I'm like, I need somebody hollering in my ear.
Yeah.
I need that right now. That's where I'm at in life.
Listen, I get that. For a really long time, it was really like that. Actually, so the guy, one of my best friends, who I live with him and his wife, shout out Gene. He, you know, all those videos I post are in his personal gym. Yeah, it's super sick. He
like
has
done.
Garage. He outfitted his entire garage for a CrossFit gym, and he just like messes with me sometimes. Like he'll like play something he knows will like bother my brain, like, and then he'll be like, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you hear around you. You have to focus in. This is on you." And like we started running recently, and I put a headphone in, and he was like, "No, we're gonna raw dog this." I was like, "We're gonna run a 10K with nothing." He was like, "Yeah, just you and your thoughts." That's a game changer.
That's a different category.
That's a game changer.
I did that, not no 10K.
Yeah.
But I did do a light 3 miles, no headphones. I left them though.
Yeah.
But around mile 2, I found this beauty in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay.
At the beginning, you're like, every step hurts my soul.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
I'm like, geez.
I don't want to.
Here in the bird.
That girl broke my heart. Shug didn't clean the bathroom. Damn, I got a fart. It's like everything going through your mind, and then you finally like, peace.
It's like it's a phenomenon. There's like studies on it. It's called the runner's high. So like you get past your threshold, and you get to a breaking point, and then your body just, if you decide to continue, it's called a runner's high, and it's the same chemicals as like a high. Like it literally it flows through your body. Like when I ran the marathon and I stopped running, I remember like the whole time I was running, I was like, oh, this is fine, blah, blah, blah. I'm running. My headphones died around mile 16.
Yeah.
Out of 26 miles.
Jesus.
Yeah. So a little over.
That like that was a bowl of
When she
cereal.
said 16, I'm like, 16?
My nigga, it was more.
Yeah. So my headphones died around mile 16, and I like, this is gonna sound weird, I like blew my toe out. So like my toe just like was rubbing, and then eventually just like, so I had to stop, get it taped, and then keep my run. The stopping, awful. Don't ever stop in a marathon. And then getting back going, and then like my headphones dying, and I was like, this is a test. The God, universe, whoever you want to believe in, whatever it is, I was like, this is a straight up test of will. Not my marathon time I wanted, but the everything that came with that run was what I needed for sure. Absolutely, yeah. And it was, yeah. And when I stopped running after I was done, no headphones for the last 10 miles or whatever. And when I stopped running, I remember being like, whoa. I felt like euphoric. Like my whole body was like, whoa, look what you did. And I felt that way for like half the day, and then it all kind of like was like, hey, by the way, everything hurts.
Right.
And then
I was just finna say though, I felt the high too when I was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I ran in the sun. I grabbed my kind of like thermal kind of jacket that helped me sweat, and I just remember when I was done, I felt like high, thinking like, what drug did I do to make my ass come out here? I really felt stupid. No, my back, sweat, my neck. They wasn't agreeing in some areas, and I'm like, what did I eat?
Yeah.
A lot of bad decisions throughout the whole week, and I'm trying to go out here and just, I'm gonna kill it. No, that ain't how it's gonna happen.
He was telling me about that phone call. He was like, my back has never hurt this bad. I was just like, you need to do it tomorrow again.
But that's what I did though. That very next day, I hit it again. Through the pain. It hurt less. And I did it again. And guess what happened?
It hurt less.
It hurt less.
Every time.
And then I did it again, and it didn't hurt.
People tell me all the time, how do you go to the gym every single day? It's like, because if I stop, it's going to not be good. Because I give myself, I used to work out 6 days a week. And recently I've started doing it 5, which I think is good for me. Because I think I was like, I was getting to a point where I was starting to overdo it again. Because I just love fitness. But I think another big part of it is, like you said, like you were like, what did I eat? You know, I don't eat beef or pork. I stopped doing that like 15 years ago. And I don't really drink a lot, and I really don't drink. Like I haven't drank, like I had 1 beer this year. But I don't really drink beer at all because it's like, to me, when, you know, like when I think about it, it's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I think about like, okay, tomorrow when I go to the gym, everything that I worked for is gone. And like, it's not to say that it's like not worth it every time, right? Because I'll do it like for your birthday, absolutely, I'll do it. For like a big celebratory thing, I'll do it.
No, I feel you.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Look, he poured his shot.
So since we just took a shot, fun fact, you know I love my fun facts. I always give you the most like
funniest
facts and weird things, right?
No, you do.
So your body after drinking, it takes like 3 days. I think it's 3. It might be more than 3. 3 days for it to get past just fighting through the alcohol you drank and get back to making gains. That's why when you do like, you know, 75 hard or whatever, they tell you no alcohol. Or you like pay for a fitness program, they're always like no alcohol while you're doing this. Because it takes away from all of your like fitness gains. So it just like literally like cold stops you. And you can continue your plateau, but you'll never gain anything if you drink all the time.
Yeah, no, that's me. I agree. Everything.
So that's why, I mean, like, that's why I'm like, you know, I would come out and have drinks with you and stuff like that every once in a while, but I mean, for the most part.
You drunk with me, I can remember twice. This will make the 3rd time ever.
Well, when you know that would make me not want to drink either. I'm like,
knowing that, I'm
3
like,
days.
Kind of erased my whole workout. Yeah. Well, but football kind of taught us different, you know what I mean? I got like a boxer mentality where like all I need is 6 weeks, and that's on everything I love, and I've shown myself on occasion. I will have the horriblest break away from it, and then I put my all into 6, and when it's 6 weeks, I'd say 6 weeks. That's 2 a days. I'm eating the most perfect meal that you could think of. I'm not allowing the social media.
When we doing it?
What?
When we doing it?
No. This is what I do. Like that's
but we're gonna start.
We can start it.
I was gonna say, when are we doing it? When are we doing it?
I'm starting July 21st.
Okay.
Well, as soon as we get back from trip.
I'm starting tomorrow because I gotta get ready for this trip.
Yeah.
Cause y'all can see the pictures.
I'm ready for the photos.
And I need everybody to comment. Girl, you look good.
But I always like, just football always taught me like, just get ready for the season. And you always have a camp. So I got a camp mentality until like this year. I've been breaking it to where like, just keep the same steady pace, working on yourself, working on yourself, and then it won't have to be such a jam all this hard ass work into one.
They do the 2 days, 3 days. When I went to Euler, we did 3 days in the first like week, and then it goes to 2 days for the next like month basically. And so basically like 6 weeks. And then you have like your first preseason game like 5-6 weeks in, and then you get down to, you know, like when school starts, because soccer's a like beginning of the year sport. And then when school starts, you
have to be fully prepared for a sport like that.
Fun fact. The average soccer player runs like 8 to 10 miles a game, and it's more if you're a midfielder. 8 to 10. those little bras you see the soccer players wear. You know, they have like little trackers on them for
Yeah, we
your
used to
heart
have
rate.
it.
Yeah, your heart rate.
Yeah.
How many steps you took, how far you went, how often you were standing idle, which is like messed up because sometimes you'll see it and you'll be like, I mean, I was running that whole game, and then you look at it and you're like, no, I wasn't. Wait a second, I was standing there. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah. Out of the 90 minutes, I was idle for 30. Oh, whoops.
My bad.
Yeah, it's a little different when you're a striker because like I would just but yeah, I mean.
I like that.
Yeah.
So next question I have for you: How does fitness help you heal mentally, emotionally, and relationally? Actually.
Yeah. Fitness has always been a big part of my life, and it's always been a big deal to me, except for that little stint of like bitter grapes I had right after graduation, which I gotta show you those gain photos. I'll have to show you the before and after of when I like didn't do anything, and then I found CrossFit and was like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna get back to where I was. You won't recognize me. It's
for sure.
Yeah, it's bad. I just was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to like whatever. Like I'm mad that like I didn't get these opportunities, and all that did was like set me back.
Yeah.
It hurt me.
Right.
Like being bitter just hurts you.
Yeah.
And that's been like having like going back to that and like seeing that and realizing that. Talking with my therapist about that.
I love how she on y'all ass.
I'm on it.
Therapy.
Everybody should go to therapy.
That's real.
But yeah, I mean, like that's. Yeah, I mean, it's been a big deal. I feel like I've always been in a relationship. I've always been the person who like pushes my partner to be fit, and I think that I always do my best to say like I want you to feel good, because I have been in relationships where I go to the gym every single day, and somebody will say to me, I had a previous partner say to me like, I don't want you to go to the gym anymore, and I was like, why?
Dang.
And essentially
she had a better chance saying it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she essentially told me like, I just feel like you look so good and I don't feel good about myself. And so that makes me feel bad, so I don't want you to go.
Training.
So why not join me?
Right.
So I bought her a gym membership. She went twice and then never went again. Anyways, obviously it didn't work out, but but it was
She needed
yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
She needed to go.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. So then that was like a big part of my like before I would like date anybody, I'd be like, hey, if you decide you don't want to go, I'm never going to push anybody to do anything that I want to do. But I'm going to be at the gym. Right. You're going to see me at least an hour. I probably spend more than an hour. Like, if it was up to me, I'd be there for like 3 hours, probably. Yeah. I've been there for longer than that. It's just like my happy place. I just like...
I can map out now.
Yeah. Like,
the right playlist.
Uh-huh.
Boy, I probably spent about 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The right playlist, though.
Especially like when, like, shout out CrossFit Central Houston, especially when I was going to that gym a lot, and if I had time on my hands, I'd go to the morning class, and then I'd just hang out with my friend Grace and, like, lift weights. So the class was my cardio, and then I just, like, lift weights and hang out, get some community, spend time with people who were, like, pouring into me and stuff like that. So,
know what I love about you, though? You don't do it for the cute shit.
No.
You don't do it for, like, oh, y'all see me, I'm in here. You do a whole time-lapse hour video showing you just nothing but butt gusting, not doing no, you know what I mean? Not no, hey, please. Getting it.
Yeah. Y'all finna watch this workout.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
She hard. You know what I mean? Like, you really get to it. And so I could appreciate your content. Once again. And when I say content, y'all don't even get to see a lot of the ones. You just send them to me.
Yeah.
Or put them in our chat or our workout chat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bruh, that's real.
I tried time lapse them because nobody wants to watch me go like for an hour. You know what I mean? Like, I make the worst faces.
I'll stop recording mine because this sounds like a bear trying to climb a tree.
Or like that camel video you sent me that Oh man, you said that to me one day. I lost it.
We remember that all the time.
Oh my god, it's the funniest video.
I love that video. But yeah, I love how you can tell that it's an emotional play for you. You can tell that it's a safe haven for you, and like not a lot of people make the gym a safe haven.
Yeah.
We don't look at it as that. We look at it like the hospital. When something wrong, I need to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But no, it's really like...
That's a word.
You get what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
No, for real.
Damn.
No, for real.
Damn.
No, for real. But it's like, it's not what it's for. It's like,
Yeah.
I look at it more like, it's a great place.
Medicine. It's medicine.
It's like, yeah,
Preventative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's preventative. You setting the clock back way. You just set it back. Every time you go, you just set it back some more. Gave yourself. What if you got money when you went to the gym?
I'd be rich.
No, seriously.
I would be so rich.
Like, Lee, can I borrow some money?
A couple mil.
Yeah.
I really need to borrow something. From you.
Yeah.
Like, no
Absolutely.
Cap. No cap.
Yeah.
No, genuinely. That's if you're looking for a way or a mindset or a paradigm shift for you to enjoy the gym or just physical activity, period. One, what I did with Shug, we had this thing where she wasn't really like, she didn't grow up in playing sports, nothing like that.
No.
But she did enjoy outside.
I was a computer.
Not eating outside. She can't stand that. But she would love just outside and nature. So we started nature trail, walking. I'm meeting you where you at. I want to grab
Me and my cousin always, especially during COVID, because we was like, let's just go walk.
Yeah.
And that's like just one of our things that we do, and I just
And when y'all
adapted it.
talking, you forget.
Talking, yeah, we walked like 4 miles, and we like,
and it's actually better when you talking. And
Yeah.
It's so beautiful in
no, it's actually
Arkansas.
better.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, for real.
I used to, when I lived here, I used to run up that the little mountain that's around here. What's it called?
Pinnacle.
Pinnacle. Yeah. I
Yeah.
used to run up and down Pinnacle. Have you seen the dude who runs it every day?
Wait a minute.
She said she
I
ran
got
it.
3 problems with what you just said.
Yeah.
You said you run
Yeah. I would run up Pinnacle.
up
Yeah.
the mountain.
Yeah.
And she proceeded to say down and back.
Yeah.
You said I used to run up and down how many times?
That's crazy.
I mean, we did it a couple times. I had one of my roommates we'd race, and she says she's 5 foot. She's not. Ariel, I'm looking at you. But we'd race up the mountain, and there's an old, so here's the thing, that guy had to be at the time in his 60s.
Yeah.
And we're like running, racing each other, like giving each other a hard time, whatever. And this man looks like he's jogging, and he just blows past us. He's like, morning. Oh. And then he'd be running.
Y'all take the longest one that kind of wraps all the way around and gets you to the top. I know you didn't take the straight shot.
No, we took the straight shot. The one you got to like put your hands down when you get to the
rocks,
top of the rocks.
yeah.
Yeah. Because we want to get there as fast as possible. So you like going, your booty starts to burn. Especially when you're racing somebody.
My best time was 11 minutes.
Oh.
What was your best time?
I think we ran up the mountain in like 3. It was.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Once again, y'all, we gotta leave. Y'all enjoyed it.
All right, guys. I'm just going to get up out of
That's
here.
my best time.
Yeah.
That's
And I was proud of that
crazy.
now.
Yeah, well, we were, like I said, like, that was someone in my life who has always been like, you know, it's really been fun being friends with her, is because she was always like, we would go play 2 soccer games, right? We'd drive to another Louisiana. We'd play a soccer game against La Tech. We'd play a soccer game against Monroe. And we're on our way back, and it's like going to be, you know, Monday or something, and there's like a Memorial Day Monday fun run, 5K. And she'd be like, you want to sign up for this 5K? I'm like, we just played 2 90-minute games and then got on a bus for like 5-6 hours. She's like, right, but we're driving overnight, so when we get there, we'll be there just in time for the 5K. And I'm the dangerous kind of friend who, like, if somebody's like, I'll do it if you do it, I'm in. Yeah. Fitness-wise,
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in. So she'd be like, hey, I'm gonna sign us up, and I'd be like, you do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
She'd be like, all right. We did like 10Ks, 5K mud runs, like, and we'd get back from 2 90-minute full 10-mile soccer game type games. And she'd be like, hey, you want to go run Pinnacle this weekend? Like those are the big. I remember feeling like that kind of community was so important to me when I was younger. Well, it is now too, but like that was a game changer for me, because like a lot of my friends growing up, like going to the school I went to and stuff, were all like, let's go break into a thing and drink, you know what I mean? Or like, let's whatever. And like, I wasn't even about that when I was younger. I was kind of like, all right, I guess. Like I was about the sneaking out. I wasn't about the, you know, the party. And I was like, I want to get out of this house, but like, I'll do whatever I can. But like, it was fun to have somebody, you know, like be that person for me, and like have those kinds of people in my life. Is like, you know, I love the like, hey, will you do this thing with me? Like I did a High Rocks in March, and it literally was a friend of mine who I met at Euler. She lives in Dallas now. She called me and she was like, hey, I want to do a High Rocks. You do it with me? I was like, yeah, I'm in if you're in. And then she called me like 3 weeks ago and was like, I'm gonna do a High Rocks in Toronto. You want to go? I was like, yeah, when we going, girl? Like I just love stuff like that. Like I had some friends call me, oh, we're gonna do the Disney half marathon in September. You want to go? I was like, sign me up. Why not?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Why not?
Why not?
That's tough. Yeah, why not?
I love
Yeah.
it.
I'm finna start thinking
I'm gonna
about
start calling you. Hey, I want to do this fitness thing. You wanna do it with me?
Start me out, smile.
it. Yeah, hell no.
Yeah. You guys should do a high rocks. You could really. I think the two of you, they have doubles. It would be so fun. You would really love it.
Cause like whatever she's not good at, I'm good at. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
like some of the stuff is like pushing weight. And some of the stuff's like a ski erg. You know what I mean? That machine where you just pull the
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
So they have rowing, skiing, burpee like broad jump. So you like do a burpee and then you jump forward. Then they have pushing a sled, pulling a sled, carrying like carrying like kettlebells. And then there's 8 events, and then wall balls. You guys are both gonna hate those, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
You just go down with the ball in your hand, and you get up, and you throw the ball at a target.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nobody likes a wall ball. And then you run like a 1K in between each station, and like all types of people do it all. And it's like I thought to myself, like when I did it the first time, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be for me. Like I'm a CrossFitter, and I did it. I was like, that was super fun. I didn't even realize I ran 6 miles.
All right, I'm gonna say it this time. This was fun. Look,
No, I think in little 1K increments, it's literally just 2 laps. People walk them, people jog them, people run them fast. It just like
okay.
it takes people anywhere from the fastest ever time was like, I don't know, 50 minutes to do the whole thing. And like people, it could take you an hour and 45 minutes. That's fine. That's what's great about High Rocks. You just sign up, you tell them how long you think it'll take, and there's an F45 around here y'all could sign up for, and just look at me trying to talk you into High
All right,
Rocks.
I'm like,
But
I'll do it. I ain't gonna lie, I'll do
no.
it if you do it.
F
There it is.
hey, there it is.
I'll do it if you do it.
Why you put that pressure on
I'll
me?
do it if you do it.
and
Tune in.
literally
No,
like
Lee said some crazy shit one time. She was like, you know what? We should do High Rocks. You should come do it with me. I was like, no, I don't think I'm good at this. She said, no. Whatever you don't do, I'll do. I'll do it if you do it.
Yeah.
We can do it. I was like,
whatever you don't want to do, I'll do it.
We'll be a good,
Yeah.
that's a hell of a partner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, hell no, I'm tagging you in.
Nah,
yeah,
Y'all can do it together.
yeah,
I like that.
Or we can do it.
yeah.
Or y'all 4 can do it.
Yeah.
Is she in the, Shelly in the, she in the, not really into it.
She's like a hiker. She's like a yogi.
Like it goes.
Yeah, literally, hiking,
That's her.
kayaking,
That's her.
yoga. You guys would have all the
I
same
say, yeah,
hobbies.
maybe y'all go do that. Me and Shelly, and then after we'll get coffee
Yeah,
or something.
outside, just,
Well, like here in Little Rock, they have D1, which is fun. Like a lot of
Yeah.
my friends like D1, and then they also have like F45, which literally is a high rocks. Like they'll teach you how to high rocks.
Okay.
And so they'll give you, like, you sign up, go, and F45, the reason it's called Fitness 45, F45. So 45 minutes your day, that's it. They promise they'll get your workout in 45 minutes and you're done. It's not, I always used to give it a hard time, and I've done F45 a couple times, and, like, I would give my friends a hard time about, like, it's just CrossFit with bumper rails on it. Like, they don't want you to get hurt, so you don't do the high, like, they don't do barbell stuff, they don't do muscle ups, but they still do everything else. So I used to tell people, like, if you want to get into CrossFit and you're afraid, you do F45 first. Or if you're, like, just want to, learn high rocks, go to F45. But I've gotten to a bunch of those. You get what you give in F45. Yeah. That's what I like about it. So, like,
I see what this is. That must be everybody else looking at us like, Weenie Hut General.
Right.
You're like, no, there's super Weenie Hut.
oh my God, no.
Yeah,
no, it's not at all.
okay.
I used to, like, be a jerk doing it.
Who was on Big Boys.
Yeah, who I played college sports with, and I was like, why are you doing F45? And then I went to a couple classes, I was like, oh, you get what you give.
Okay.
So, like, I've seen people do F45, and I've been like, you're not doing anything. But it's because F45 is for everybody. So you go in, and you could literally...
It's kind of tailored to what you're...
Literally, they'll say you have 60 seconds at this station, go as hard as you can.
Yeah.
So
it's like Tabata.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you go in, you work as hard as you want to in that station, and then you move on to the next one. So I've seen a lot of videos of people go into F45, and you're getting what you give. So they go in, and they're like... And then I see people go in like, I did it. And at the end of the workout, I was like, everything hurts. And I don't like it here. And I don't know. I wanted to win, and I won, and I hated it. And I don't want to do this ever again. But I gave it a hard time until I tried it. It's like Pilates. Have you ever tried Pilates?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is.
What?
I was like, Pilates girls, get it together. And then I went to Pilates with a friend, and I got out of there, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do
I
that
did
ever
at
again.
home Pilates. Yeah.
So reformer,
finish
that
it.
reformer, it literally is like pick your own like adventure.
Yeah.
So the reformers have these like little bands, and they put the bands on. The more bands are on there, the easier it is. So I'm doing it, and I'm like, na, 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 na. The girl was like, oh, here. She takes a band off. I'm like, na, 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 na. She takes another one off. Finally, she takes all of them off. And it's just me and my thoughts. And it was so bad. Because you have to, like, she's like, all right, go all the way flat. Hold it. I'm like, is she going to say anything again? Am I ever going to leave this place? And then, all right, bring it back in. And then I'm like, shaking. Like, yeah.
I have heard about that.
Yeah, literally looking like I've never done fitness in my life. Like, that's how, like, because at first she's like, oh, is your first time? Like, yeah. She's like, oh, you're stronger than the normal, like, first time Pilates person. Here, let me take a band off. And I was like, it's kind of like looking at my friend like, this is still easy. And so I genuinely think that the Pilates girl saw my face and she was like, fuck you.
Right. I got something for you.
By the way, you love that face. I think about the dude from SpongeBob who was like, good old.
This is a load of barnacle.
Oh, brothers, this guy stinks.
Bro, as y'all can see, bro, Lee is a good time.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't love about now. She ain't took a cup of tea.
Yeah,
It's
honestly.
It's cool, though. As we bring it to a close, I do want your honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? As a girlfriend of somebody that's so like bubbly and so, you know, energetic, and I'm meeting new people. And notice I just came back and I'm like, yeah, I met this girl named Lee. This is my like work wife.
Yeah.
Huh?
First I looked, I said,
From your end, yeah. From
I was like,
your
let me
end,
see.
I was there.
But there's so many different parts of this relationship
Yeah,
that probably
yeah.
help too.
Yeah. I think probably even going in before just knowing Nick's character, like our relationship has always been very honest.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whatever you do with the information, you gotta respect it. So I always respect. And then I see how he interacts with just women in, you know, in general, and then his mom, his sisters, and nieces. So I'm just like, I mean, you know how to treat women.
Yeah.
I mean, if it get crazy, I'm gonna say
love
something.
women, by the way. I just thought
Yeah, but he got boundaries and respect.
Absolutely.
Because
Also, I
Right.
would like small tidbit. I literally like this is going to be a weird thing because I'm gay, right? So like people always say like you're a man hating lesbian. I'm not. What I am is particular. Like I was just telling Shay, I was like, all of my male friends know that I would hold them accountable if I thought something was going, like you said, like, you know, you're like, hey, I got you. Because it's the same, like you, Tyler, my friend Jean, shout out Gina Morgan, like all of my close male friends, I know that they are like good people, and they are good people, and two, they would never like do something sideways because they actually love women, and they actually love their partner, and they actually support and like are good people, right? Like that mindset of like, oh, I can do whatever I want, or oh, like what she doesn't know won't hurt her. Like literally, I've seen Nick been like, okay, literally pass to the homie, all right, you know what I mean? Like when we've been out, somebody's like, he's super chill, he's chatting somebody.
See, nobody never tell these stories. Tell the story. There we go.
Some girl coming up, chatting him up, and he's like, yeah. Anyways, this is my homie, and he literally passed him to the homie, and the homie's like, looking at him like, I appreciate you because that person came to talk to you, and you were like, I'm happy to talk to you, but the second I see you make a face at me, I have a wife. Like, I know you're not actually married, but he's married here, and it's where it matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're married.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. This is 100%. Yeah. Oh my God, I had somebody. Side note, I had somebody in the gay community message me about all the stuff I posted about you way back when, and was like, I think that man's in love with you. I was like, and I'm in love with him. That was my exact response. That was my exact response, and I was like, and she just shut up. She was like, oh, okay, never mind. I was like, she was like, I think that guy's in love with you, and I was like, and I'm in love with him. And she's like, never mind. I was trying to give you a hard time. All right, everybody, good to see you.
We got it.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, we continue. Yeah. Continue. Sorry, I stole your.
No, that's good. I just think it doesn't bother me. And then too, I like to, because I am a woman as well, so I know Nick's intentions are always pure. But I'm like, I know women.
Yeah.
Like I can tell. And I know you've been there. You can see where you can see where a girl is plotting. You're like, hey, Nick, come over here. Like, you know, even if it's not you. Yeah. Because you can always tell.
We just chatting, and she be like, Nick.
And she like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, Lee.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Because it's funny because he'll be like, I know how men work. I'm a man. But I'm telling him, he's like, no, she's not like that. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I am a woman.
Yeah.
I know how this. I'm oblivious to stuff that men do. I may not see it. I'm thinking, oh, he being nice. You like, no, he trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think like everything he does is pure.
Yeah,
And like I
100%.
said, it's trust, and then
Yeah.
too, I also get a feel as well. And then
Everything.
I think,
Everything I do.
look at him, look at him. But then I think, like, especially when I met you, I think y'all was like, I think y'all was together and FaceTime me, and you were like, "Hey, hi, I'm Leah." Like, you know, I was just like, "Oh, hey."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, hey," like, you know, and I just got like a good sense of like who
Yeah.
you are, yeah. And he
Yeah.
spoke you up and everything, and I was like, "Okay, cool." Like,
Yeah.
of course, I want to see for myself. And then when
Yeah.
I came, you were like, "Huh." Hey,
I was like,
this is my
"Hi."
wife. And
Yeah.
then just immediately I was like, yeah, so this is my wife now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, anyways,
You have to
so
find a new one. I mean, we have to share, or she's gonna be mine.
yeah, exactly.
And now y'all see why I
Yeah.
stole her.
Yeah, bro.
I can listen to them talk all day. I don't know. I'm just like,
yes, 100%.
For real, bro. Lee is a ball of energy, bro.
Yeah.
A ball of joy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I initially met her, like we was kind of like you said, it was like we was on screen the whole
Yeah,
time
yeah.
while I was in training.
Yeah.
And something I can't tell you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told you this off camera.
Yeah.
But it was something. I didn't know what it was, but I was like, she holds something that I'm supposed to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kept feeling it. I always.
and he be knowing it. He knows, like,
But
Yeah.
again, when I speak on it, I sound crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't. Rarely do I ever, but I see things way before they happen.
Yeah.
I told you this, and it was first off you turned me down. You might not even remember that.
What?
But you was like, I don't know about that. When I was saying do the podcast,
Yeah.
very first ever though, only my very first ever time was you kind of like hesitant, and then we started chopping.
Yeah.
He was like, oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
that was pre us actually.
I was gonna say,
getting to know
yeah.
each other and pour into each other.
I was gonna say, like, I think that a lot of times, I think it's really funny. It's like Shay will say this, or like a lot of my close friends will say, like, the Lee version of me is very standoffish to most people. Like, I'm like, I get to have a conversation with anybody, but I'm very like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But this is where my hand is the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
No, I feel you.
yeah.
Very surface.
No, bring it in,
Yeah. Let's be here. And like, just like someone will try and like, you know, like I don't know or whatever, try and give me a hug, and I'm like, oh, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm respectful about it or whatever, but like. But I get, you know, I'm very like, yeah, of course, yeah. No, we're close.
That's
We're
another
close.
thing about Lee. Lee is so like, as soon as I come in, Lee like, thank you. I'm like, no, nigga, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose, nigga. What are you doing? Hey, now. But every time that she gets so, she's just like, you're just such a masculine. You're just all boy. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
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 Kind of how I was
Yeah.
But no, man. Even your best friend, what's my girl name? No, ooh.
Huh?
Your best friend.
Oh, Shannon?
Shannon.
Shannon.
I was gonna say
Shout
Shannon.
out Cheeks. Shout out
Shout
Cheeks.
out Cheeks, though. But I told Shug what,
Yeah.
what Shannon said.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
share,
yeah.
you share. It's up to you.
Oh man. So Shannon is a therapist. Just go
Those emojis in every time.
Yeah.
Just eyes.
Shannon's a therapist. Anyway, so she's very articulate. She's very good at like describing things because that's like her job and stuff. So I told her, I said, hey, you know, like I want you to meet my friend Nick. He's like my best friend. He's like my work husband. You know, like I really think you'll like really enjoy him and stuff like that. And Shannon's also a lesbian, a man-hating lesbian. She's not. She loves women, whatever.
Yeah.
So she met Nick and immediately she was like, you know, like you were trying to put your finger on. I was trying to describe you to her before she met you. I was like, you're gonna love him, this and this and this and this, big energy, blah, blah. So she meets him, immediately go back. She's staying with me in St. Louis and she's like, you know what, I figured it out. Nick is a black man with white man audacity. Like you just have like that, like, that like 100%, like, yeah.
That's smooth.
She's like, he, because like, here's the thing is like, I don't know a lot of people in general, but like, you know that like, I don't want to be like that person who's like white man audacity, but you know what I mean.
No.
Yeah, and not in a bad way. Okay.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way, but like that time we were in traffic. I think you were with us after like baseball game. We were in traffic, and he literally just pulls the truck around, rolls his window down, swings by the police officer, and he's like, "My man," and gets a knuck. And we passed traffic. We did not sit in that line.
Yeah.
He went around. So rolled up like he owned the place to that white police officer and gave him a little nux. The guy was like, hey, man. He was like, hey. I was like, do you know him? He was like, no. And he just drove off.
No, that's all
no
that's how it
traffic.
is. He
No
doesn't
traffic.
know anybody.
He acts like, that's the thing. He acts like he belongs there. He acts like he owns the place. He acts like he's never been told no in his life. In all the best ways. And he doesn't use it for evil or anything. You're not like running around like, yeah, exactly. It's always like, you were like, we were going somewhere doing something and you were like, yeah, we're not gonna sit in this. And you just kind of, I was like, what are we doing? And you went, and my boy. And the guy was like, hey, what's up? And you're like, all right. And he just passed everybody and we left. And I was like, we would have sat there for 40 minutes.
The parties, like last night. It was this thing with IDs and this whole little thing. And I was like, hey, we doing this again? That happened to us last weekend.
Yeah.
But last weekend I said the exact same thing. And that had never happened to us before.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up with this, man? Come on, get us in. I'll pay for everybody right here. Get us in. What we doing? She was like, oh, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. Just go ahead. Same thing happened twice, 2 weekends in a row. 2 people left the ID.
Yeah.
Then I slipped my ID back right here, bro. Just swipe. Just do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
They did it again.
Yeah.
There was no problem. We got right. But if you go in like, oh, sorry, I don't.
Yeah. If you're hesitant.
You're hesitating.
Yeah.
So hesitation get you killed. That's I learned that, bro. I stand on it.
Your confidence is commanding.
Yeah.
Like in a very good way.
Yeah,
no one feels threatened by you. No one feels like you're trying to screw anybody over.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, he knows like he's taking control of the situation and I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah,
because like that's such a beautiful thing to have. Mm-hmm. But like when she said that, I was like, you know what? You're so right. You're so right.
When she walked, I said, when she left, I was like, she might not be full lesbian.
She did. She
might not be full lesbian.
She literally.
She was a little flirty.
She did. I don't know if I ever told you, but she was like, listen. She was like, if Shug ever decides not to.
Yeah.
She was like, she literally, and she was like, it's funny because like I feel like she said that like men don't really hit on her, but black men do, and I was like, yeah, it's because she's that. I don't know if I told you, like there's this borderline look where you're either, I can see a girl and I can say, you're either into black men or you're a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that look.
I said that when I first met her.
Yes, and she's got that look.
I see you with the black baby daddy.
Yeah, she does.
She got like I got mixed kids.
100%. I tell her that all the time, and she's like, no. But she absolutely. She had a black guy ask her out the other day, and she was like, I think I'm gonna go. And then she chickened out. She was like, I haven't been on a date with a man in like 10 years, 15 years. So she chickened out. I was like, that poor man asked you out. You told him yes, and then you didn't show up.
Yeah.
She was like, he's giving me like Nick vibes. He was like big and handsome, and I was like, I'm telling him you said that. She was like, good energy, big and handsome.
Lee called me. She said, Nick. I said, what? She said, you'll never guess what Shannon just told me.
Which one?
What'd she say? She said, Shannon said, I think Nick hot.
She did. She did.
No,
Shannon, if you're watching this, I called you out, girl. Look,
Shannon. I'm actually in the AC right now. What you talking about? I'm hot. She said, no. She said if she was to ever
100%.
start dating dudes, you would be the type of dude.
100%.
So, I'm hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Calm down, Shannon.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shannon.
Calm down.
Cheeks, we're looking at you. We're looking at you.
Shannon is a sweetheart.
Sweetest.
100%.
The sweetest.
She's a sweetheart, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
if anybody
really
needs therapy in Utah or Texas, I know a gal.
Nah, for real.
Shannon Marley.
Shannon is a beast.
Therapy.
Mental
health. It matters.
Therapy.
Are we supposed to close? I know we go all day, but I do want to ask you, have I ever made you feel uncomfortable?
No.
Been in your room multiple times, just me and you.
I was just saying that to Shay. I was like, there's not a lot of people I would let, like you, so you were on your way to Chicago and you called me and said, hey, can I stay with you? And I said, yeah, that's totally fine, but you know, I finally got Bo with me. And you're like, oh, is like that gonna be okay? So he can be fine. I was like, Bo's gonna love you. He was obsessed with you. He still is. Nephew's obsessed with you. Yeah, he's obsessed. But I was like, yeah, of course, or whatever. And I didn't even hesitate. It didn't even have to think about it. And like, you know what's super funny is I thought to myself, like, I don't know if I've ever slept in the same room as a man like my entire life. Yeah. Like besides like my dad or you know what I mean, like a family vacation or something. Sure. But I didn't even hesitate. Like I was like, yeah, of course, I have a second bed. You can sleep in. Like went to bed like a baby. Like literally, I was like, all right, good night, love you.
Right.
And you were on the phone. I was like, I love you. You're like, I love you.
Good night. My eyes was closed there, and I said, Shug said she loved you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, bro. Like, I guess the testimony and all this is just like be kind to people.
Yeah.
Never know who really needs you. You know what I'm saying? Never know who you need. You know what I'm saying? But don't help with the intention of like, I'm finna get something out of this.
Yeah.
It ain't always be that. That's just the sad truth about it.
Yeah.
But you don't always got to get something from helping somebody. It's just help.
Yeah.
Like, I feel better helping than getting help.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
I think that's something that's really beautiful about our relationship is, and that what I say to people when I like try and explain to them our relationship is like, you and I are so different. We're complete
Yeah.
opposites. You're a man, I'm a woman. You're black, I'm white.
Absolutely.
You're straight, I'm gay.
Yeah.
You're a Christian, I'm not. Like, we have all these things that should want us to not like each other. But because both of us like lead with kindness and curiosity, I'm never like, well, why do you think that? Or like, how dare you say you prayed for me? Or like, whatever. Like,
and both of us have open minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so every time we have a conversation, it's very much like to understand, and we're not listening to reply, we're listening to like digest and like get to know each other better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like good things in each other's lives.
Yeah.
And I think that like we said this before, like if more people were like that, like sitting down, having a real conversation.
We can look exactly different, and we can still just genuinely help each other, add value. I think that's the telltale. It's two things why we connect so well. Number one, we both add value to each other. Number two, we both love the huss. We love women. All right? So yeah, absolutely. You know, but genuinely though, I don't know, bro. I can't tell you. It's like always out of body. It's always outside of me when I select someone and I'm like, or I can't even say I'm doing it selecting. Let me take myself out of it. But there's this feeling and there's this magnetization that I have to, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta like, all right, but it's obedience though. You see what I'm saying? It's obedience. It's
God, the universe, whatever you want to call it.
Whoever you
yeah.
That's not for me to force on to
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I think it for myself. Now if I meet you where you at, I know how to make it layman's terms to where I ain't gotta doubt though this you. I'm just gonna be like, hey, bro, what you going through? I understand. You ain't the only one that's going through this. It might seem hard as hell for you, but watch when you get on the other side. What I just give you, I never once said a scripture, but it's scriptural principles in what I just told you. Never had to say John, who said it in the Bible, where it's found, but I just gave you a life. Feel what I'm saying? So it's just counsel.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And everything don't gotta be deep.
Yeah.
That's how I look at life.
Yeah.
With everything. Shit ain't that deep.
Yeah.
Might change that to the podcast. Shit don't be that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But seriously though.
I think that counsel is a really good word because I feel like a lot of times people don't like take the time to receive counsel.
Right.
Their guard is so high up that they're like, well, how dare they tell me this thing that I already know that, or like, why do they think they have to say that, or blah blah blah, or whatever. But if you like sit down and someone's trying to speak a word to you, whether it's you know like the way you say to speak a word, or like give advice or whatever, go to therapy, whatever it is, you know what I mean? I think that like if we just really like let people, you know, pour into us, if we give a second and say like, hey, maybe this person is genuinely just trying to give us a word and trying to like encourage us.
Let people be them. Just let people be them. I ain't coming to you with nothing trying to change you.
And I think that's how y'all's relationship, because y'all are both like authentically you.
Oh yeah.
Yourself.
In front of anybody.
Yeah. I can't be anything but me.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Oh yeah. Managers can come in. I'm myself.
100%.
I walk in. What up, y'all?
Yeah.
But I'm a dog when I work.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I don't care. It shouldn't matter how I look.
My favorite is that you had one day you came in, you were wearing like sunglasses. I could tell you had a hard day because you weren't your big like, hey, well, you came in, you still were like, hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, what's up? But it was a lot quieter or whatever. And you had sunglasses on and whatever. And I remember coming over and, you know, just, you know, checking with you or whatever. And we kind of got it all figured out. I helped you with a couple things. And then you asked me some questions, whatever. And then we just started cracking jokes. We didn't fix, like, we did the best we could. We didn't fix any of your issues. We didn't, you know, like fix your day you had a policyholder being, you know, upset with you, whatever. We didn't fix any of that stuff. I just said, how can I help?
Yeah.
What can I do? And now, like, let's move past it and let's be us.
Yeah.
And then immediately it was better, and your day got better. Took the sunglasses off, started getting your big self. Like, hey, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, I think that sometimes you just need to like be able to be like, you give me your, you know, here's why I'm frustrated. I don't know why this is happening this way. They didn't have any reason to do this, and then now, you know, this manager's hollering and hooting and whatever. And I'm like, cool. What can we do? So we did everything we could, and then I said, now the rest is. That's all we can do.
Right.
Now we gotta forget it and have a good day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Control
and
what you
then
can control.
literally, it was the sunglasses gave you away. By the way, I don't know if you know you do that, but
I wear sunglasses for two things. How I'm feeling. Or how I want to look at it.
I try to be cool.
he's like, I don't want anyone to know what I'm looking at.
Right.
You know, fresh. Yeah.
He's just like,
I love those videos.
Yeah. Oh man, so good. 100%.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
I
always.
Appreciate you. Leah, thank you for coming. I know you did this with intention.
100%.
This was not an accident by far. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
You ever need me for anything, you know.
Yeah.
You can call us.
100%. Yeah.
The husband and your wife.
Husband and
You
wife.
can call us anytime. I appreciate you strongly.
100%. Same.
You
So
have anything
the
for
feeling
me?
is very mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. Like I said, I'm entertained. I don't want to work today. Actually, close us out.
yeah.
Lee, close us out. I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right,
Somebody
guys.
else
I
do
just
it.
want to let y'all know this is the Shug Lee Slick podcast, Slick Lee Shug podcast. Whatever you want to say. That's y'all have a wonderful day and be blessed and thank you for coming out.
Hey, love y'all.
I love
Part
y'all.
2 is gonna come too.
So
y'all.
soon.
You
So
did.
soon.
You did. Pay attention. Man.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Turn my headphones up. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Yeah.